Another receiver has been put on the market. Not a big marquee name, but ninth overall pick. John Ross from the Cincinnati Bengals. He was from the 2017 draft. I think he was a Washington Husky out of Long Beach, California. And let's talk about if the Lions should be interested in Mr. John Ross. It's your boy CJ Goodfella back with Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Make sure that subscribe button, bell icon button. Won't miss another video. And yeah, I didn't like the fit for John Ross to Cincinnati because Andy Dalton had a water pistol for the arm, and those guys with those fast twitch muscles, they suffer a lot of hamstring and soft tissue injuries. He just ain't been healthy. Stats ain't nothing crazy. They never found out how to really utilize him when he was healthy. 21 catches, 210 yards, 7 receiving touchdowns, 21 rushing yards, and, you know, this is for a guy that runs a 4.22 and a 40, I think. He only 24 years old, so I can't see him fetching nothing more than the 5th round draft pick, in my opinion. And could he help the Lions out? Absolutely. Young guy, but got an injury history, you know what I'm saying? And it just wasn't a fit in Cincinnati. You know, he was supposed to pair with A.J. Green, and Tyler Boyd ended up taking over and being a monster. He just couldn't be that deep threat to go down the field and stretch it out. But, I mean, we see Andy Dalton underthrow A.J. Green all the time. A.J. Green ain't nowhere near as fast as John Ross. So they didn't get to utilize him in the jet sweep game, the bubble screen, jailbreak screen game, or in a short pass game. Obviously, Andy Dalton don't have an arm, so they couldn't feature him vertically. You know, could he help the Lions out? Yeah. You know, he's due a base of $5 million salary. They ain't a ton of money. It's another option to give the Lions a deep threat. I think that's what the Lions need, is a guy that can stretch vertically. Yeah, Marvin Jones can get downfield, and Kenny Galladay can get down too. But if you add, you know, this type of speed to the offense, you know, it'd be dangerous, man. You know, Stafford really can have him a Tyreek Hill type of weapon. A lot of Lions fans, you know, have been telling me they want a receiver that can stretch the field with a super burst. And, you know, and the whole thing about the Lions offseason this year should be speed and getting more physical. If you can be a physical football team and mix that with speed as much as possible, that's a dangerous team. And there's a lot of things they can do with John Ross, but the injury history is what scares me about John Ross, and the lack of numbers. But like I said, the lack of numbers is due to Cincinnati not knowing how to utilize him. It was a bad fit to put Andy Dalton, they got a water pistol for an arm, with a guy that's a burner. You know, he needed Patrick Mahomes. He needed Stafford, you know, Flacco type of arm guy, you know, that can really get the ball down the field in any weather. And, you know, John Ross can be of use for the Lions. The Lions are looking for a third receiver that come in there and compete with Brandon Powell, and to complement Marvin Jones if he's still here, and complement Kenny Galladay as well. You know what I'm saying? So I like John Brown more, you know what I'm saying? But, you know, you free agent, but John Brown, I seen on NFL Live today, was the third best receiver out there. The receiver pool isn't deep. And I'm not sure how deep the draft pool for receivers are either. But, hey, John Ross won't cost you a lot of draft pick, but I would prefer John Brown, you know, over John Ross, in my humble opinion, for one reason, that John Brown is more proven, more durable, and he probably gonna be around the same money. But you ain't got to give up an asset for John Brown. He's a free agent. And also the Baltimore Ravens just released Michael Crabtree as well. He was due a $10 million bonus, and he had a league-high 8 drops last season. For a guy who's coming out of Texas Tech in the Dallas area that's supposed to have, you know, great hands. He ain't really had those great hands in the NFL. But, you know, like I said before, you know, Darrell Bevell had guys. Another thing, Darrell Bevell had guys that could stretch the field. You know, Doug Baldwin was a good guy that could stretch the field. They had, you know, Tyler Lockett there for a few years. You know, Tyler Lockett broke out this year when he wasn't the offensive coordinator. But they had Paul Richardson over there at one point. So, you know, also they had, when they won the Super Bowl, Percy Harvey over there, even though he was always injured ever since Florida. But, you know, Darrell Bevell knows how to get the ball down the field and stretch the field and use those cat-like quick guys. So, you know, obviously it's a fit for him. But the injury history and the numbers kind of scare a lot of people off. But if you can get him for a 6th, 7th round draft pick, I guess, you know, it's worth the try. It's kind of like bringing Thon Maker here, a guy that just didn't fit his system in Milwaukee with the Bucks, and a guy in Cincinnati that just didn't fit. You know, you can see if you get a fit here. So, you know, high risk, it has a low reward, high risk type of thing. Let me know what you guys think about John Ross. But John Ross is on the trading block in a free agent market that's scarce for receivers, and probably a receiver draft that's probably scarce for receivers as well. So Motor Street Sports Talk, it's your boy CJ Goodfield. Don't forget, we on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. You can reach out to the email as well. All the information in the description. If you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, or video requests. If you want to make a donation to the channel, links are always there. Continue to share the videos. Best way to donate. Appreciate it. Love to hear what you guys got to think about John Ross coming to you.